अस्सलाम दोस्तों, जैसा कि आप लोगों को पता है कि माह मुबारक की वजह से कुछ देर हम आप लोगों के साथ नहीं जुड़ पाए। तो जैसे काफ़ी लोगों ने मैसेज की थी कि हम किसी फैकल्टी को बुलाएँ यहाँ पे आप लोगों के साथ वार्तालाप करने के लिए। तो उस सिलसिले में आज हम लोगों ने एक ऐसी शख्सियत जिन्होंने पहले कुछ बैचों में जेआरएफ किया था कश्मीर यूनिवर्सिटी से और उन्होंने वहाँ से निकल के फिर जेएनयू से पीएचडी करके यूएस में ऑलमोस्ट 10 साल का करियर रहा है उनका। इस वक्त वो किंग अब्दुल्ला इंटरनेशनल मेडिकल रिसर्च सेंटर रियाद में फैकल्टी है। तो हम वेलकम करना चाहेंगे डॉक्टर समीर मोहम्मद का। अस्सलाम वालेकुम समीर भाई, क्या हाल है आपके?
अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, ऑल वेल।
तो समीर भाई, आप थोड़ा सा ऑडियंस को खुद को ऑडियंस के साथ इंट्रोड्यूस कराएं कि मतलब आपकी जर्नी कैसे रही है, कैसे आप आगे आए हैं, तो स्मूथ रही है कि कुछ मुश्किलात आए हैं?
सबसे पहले शुक्रिया, थैंक यू सो मच, इट्स अ ग्रेट प्लेजर। So I'm very happy to talk about my journey, which started in a place called Botingo, which is a small village in North Kashmir, roughly around 10 kilometers from Sopore town. It's on the foothills of Baba Shukuruddin, the famous shrine. Maybe that will give a better sense of the place. तो वहीं से मेरा जो है सफ़र शुरू हुआ। वहाँ पर हमारा एक लोकल हाई स्कूल था। मेरी जो पढ़ाई वहीं पर हुई। आई फिनिश्ड माय 10th ग्रेड फ्रॉम दैट स्कूल। वही पब्लिक स्कूल, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल था, सिंपल, कोई ज़्यादा स्ट्रेस नहीं था। तो आराम से वो 10 साल हमने गुजारे। हमारे टीचर्स बहुत हार्ड वर्किंग, डेडिकेटेड, लेकिन जो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स का एक सिस्टम होता है वो एक उतना कंड्यूसिव नहीं होता है कि ऑल राउंड डेवलपमेंट के लिए। बहरहाल जो एक स्कूल में हो सकता था, एक सिंपल स्कूल में, तो वी डिड दैट अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। तो 10th ग्रेड के बाद आई वेंट टू सोपोर टाउन और वहाँ पर मैंने 10+2 किया पहले, और उसके बाद आई वेंट टू गवर्नमेंट डिग्री कॉलेज सोपोर फॉर माई बैचलर्स। अब जो struggle थी, I tried really hard to get into medical school, and it didn't work out. Once it didn't work, my ambition completely died down. And this happens to so many people. Because what we believe is that there is medical school, there is engineering school, and that's the end of the world. और ये बहुत बड़ी गलती है. I really wish I knew this, that there are so many opportunities. I mean, it's really good to try and get into a medical school or an engineering school or any professional degree once you finish your high school. But ये सोचना कि इसके बाद कुछ नहीं है is a huge mistake. There are enormous amount of opportunities. और जो कॉलेज अच्छे से नहीं पढ़ा, वो फोकस से, वो मेहनत से, I really feel, I regret not paying too much attention to education in my college.
आपको नहीं लगता कि वो कॉलेज वाला पीरियड मैक्सिमम लोग मेडिकल में सिलेक्ट ना होने के बाद थोड़ा मिस कर जाते हैं?
Yes, this is what the problem is. Once you don't go in medical school, एक तो डिप्रेशन होता है. This is the first time you actually fail, and you literally feel like it's the end of the world. और आगे कुछ फोकस भी नहीं होता, कोई जानकारी किसी किस्म की का कोई आइडिया नहीं होता और भी कुछ कर सकते हैं.
मैंने लास्ट टाइम ये बात डॉक्टर शिबीर हसन के साथ भी डिस्कस की थी कि जो पेरेंटल कंसर्न होता है वो लिमिटेड रहता है 12th तक. एक बार मेडिकल से बच्चा ड्रॉप हो गया, इंजीनियरिंग से ड्रॉप हो गया, उसके बाद वो फोकस थोड़ा सा हट जाता है कि जैसे लगता है कि नाउ चाइल्ड इज ऑफ लेसर गॉड, कि उस तरह से वो फोकस नहीं रहता है एटलीस्ट वो 3 सालों में, जैसे आप बता रहे थे.
एक तो वो है, दूसरा ये कि जो हमारा जो सिस्टम था, आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट नाउ, मे बी इट हैज इम्प्रूव्ड अ लिटिल बिट. You could actually invest in your kid up to 12th grade, give him good coaching classes, try whatever you can as a parent, और उसके बाद अगर उसका हो गया मेडिकल स्कूल में तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, नहीं हो गया उसके बाद जो कॉलेज एजुकेशन दैट वाज नॉट अप टू द मार्क, यू नो। और उसमें दोनों चीज़ें, I mean there are both sides have to be blamed. One is the child himself or his parents, because then they kind of take it easy, क्योंकि एम्बिशन नहीं होता है, फोकस नहीं होता, तो मेहनत करने का उतना मन भी नहीं करता। और दूसरा ये भी होता है कॉलेज में वो डिसिप्लिन नहीं होता, काफ़ी ज़्यादा लोग होते हैं, पहली बार ऐसे आज़ादी मिलती है, सो यू डोंट फील लाइक गोइंग टू द क्लास, यू बंक अ लॉट, you indulge in a lot of activities that you were not allowed to do in your high school, something like that. So in Kashmir, the system is not, at least at that point, in colleges, the system was not really good. We had some really good teachers. I have to recall that they tried their best, but we would hardly, pay attention. No, we wouldn't. I really had a good teacher in chemistry department, Dr. Mohammad if I remember correctly. And so he was a wonderful teacher. And because of him, I really developed interest in chemistry. And I would regularly attend his classes because, there was a lot of disturbance. This was mid-90s, so there was a lot of disruption.
We all understand.
तो उसके बाद जो बीएससी जब खत्म होने जा रहा था, या उसके दौरान भी कुछ आइडिया नहीं था क्या करना। So we had, none of us knew what we are up to, what exactly is going to happen to us. मैंने जब when I was about to be done with my BSc, I was thinking about doing MBA or chartered accountancy, even journalism, but not that I knew what it's all about, what it takes to do it. No, just because I felt like it's something exciting.
Like something fancy.
Exactly, उस जमाने में academics का उतना वो मतलब कुछ system नहीं था, मतलब कुछ जानकारी नहीं थी अच्छे से. We didn't really know what exactly it takes to become a good academic, or there is a huge future in academic. But fortunately, my dad, who is himself an academic, he taught philosophy in Sopore College. So he insisted that this is the path I should take. Try, sit in the competition. If you get it, then you decide. So I actually appeared in the entrance exam in Kashmir University. I was interested in chemistry, लेकिन उस ज़माने में दोनों departments का एक ही exam होता था. There was one exam in chemistry, and they would actually put some kids, I believe, based on the performance in biochemistry department. And that's how I got into biochemistry. I had no clue what this department is all about. Absolutely nothing. जब मैंने syllabus देखा, तो I was really surprised कि, what is exactly this biochemistry is. और ये भी हुआ कि पहले अच्छा लगा, because Kashmir University is a beautiful campus. It's very pleasing. और hostel में रहने का मौका मिला घर से बाहर, so that it felt good. लेकिन उतनी खुशी ज़्यादा नहीं रही, क्योंकि अचानक देखा कि biochemistry is not easy. It's tough.
इसे उतनी easy नहीं है जितनी लगती है.
Exactly. और ये भी था कि it was not college के वहाँ 200 लड़के क्लास में. We were just 12 kids, or probably 13 kids in the class. Our teachers were extremely good, hardworking, dedicated. They did everything they could. इतना discipline रखा था, pressure, literal pressure. और हम परेशान भी हुए थे. But that's what the right thing to do, because when you transition from this college where there is little discipline, where you don't pay attention, to university where you need to focus, you need attention, you need discipline.
It seems like that you are starting primary school again.
Precisely, this is what I felt. एक सुबह एक syllabus, the timetable, it started early in the morning and it would end at 4 or 4:30, exactly like school. So initially, a bit of struggle. I did honestly think about leaving the department, but then I thought, okay, there are other kids. If they can do it, I should do it as well. We had some really good kids, so अच्छा लगा, कंपटीशन का एक माहौल बना और उससे सब लोग ने अच्छे से पढ़ा. So we settled down really quickly. और फिर आगे there was no looking back in fact.
तो जब आप मास्टर्स कर रहे थे उस टाइम अगर हम देखें तो मुझे नहीं लगता ज़्यादा कॉलेजेस में बायोकेमिस्ट्री थी, जो अभी भी नहीं है. तो आपको किस चीज़ ने उस टाइम मोटिवेट किया कि नहीं मैं पीएचडी के लिए जाऊँगा? जैसे कि आपका जेआरएफ उस टाइम मेरे ख्याल से आपके बैच में से डॉक्टर महबूब और आपका हुआ था. तो आप लोग फिर बाहर निकले, फिर बाकी लोग भी आप लोगों के साथ पीएचडी वगैरह ज्वाइन किया. तो किन चीज़ों ने आप लोगों को मोटिवेट किया कि नहीं पीएचडी करना है जब आप जेएनयू के लिए चले गए?
So there are a few things that kind of are life altering. And biochemistry department gave us everything technically. It certainly gave us direction. We were completely, we didn't know what to do with our life, let's put it this way. And biochemistry department suddenly showed us that there is something, you can take it as a challenge and do well. So this went on, I think, towards the end of first year. We were seriously thinking that we will work hard, finish the master's degree, and then like a lot of our seniors, look for a job, maybe sit in a competitive exam, along those lines. PhD, research, net, JRF, इन चीज़ों की ये तो हमने सोचा भी था. I don't think, at least I didn't think about it, and I don't think none of my classmates did. Net JRF was more like a luxury. हमें बोलते थे, कहानी सुनाते थे कि कोई बंदा है उसने 10 साल पहले नेट किया था या कुछ ऐसे ही, या वो मिस ऐसे जो something that is impossible to do. But then towards the end of first year, a new faculty member joined in, Dr. Khurshid Andrabi. She eventually became vice chancellor, head of the department in biotechnology, and now he's a professor in biotechnology department. वो young थे, quite energetic, a magnetic personality, pretty dynamic. और
वो भी ही है.
जी
मैंने बोला वो अभी भी डायनामिक ही है.
Exactly. So, और अभी हार्वर्ड से वो ताज़ा आए थे. We had just returned from Harvard. And this is something probably we needed at that time. We needed someone who could tell us that there is a career path that you can take and you can do it. And this is precisely how he convinced us, how he motivated us. He gave his own example, almost a very similar struggle. He was a boy next door, biochemistry department pass out, PhD from, I believe, PGI Chandigarh, yeah, and a postdoc from Harvard. And he was good in every respect, very kind. He invested a lot of his time to convince us. And sometimes there are some people, in spite of the fact that it's a very difficult way, you feel like listening to this guy, and he was one of them. So we actually started thinking seriously about doing PhD. He insisted that we should go to try doing PhD at good places. और जब final year हमारा खत्म हुआ तो we decided to appear in entrance exam in JNU. तो और लड़कों ने और भी जगह दिया था, but मेरे साथ ये हुआ था कुछ, I was in away, हम लोग टूर पे गए हुए थे, तो I could not get my documents वगैरह. So the only department and the only entrance I gave was back JNU, School of Life Science. बाकी लोगों ने शायद एक दो जगह और ट्राई किया था, but finally मेरा और डॉक्टर महबूब का JNU में हो गया, और साथ ही हमारा JRF भी हो गया. तो it felt great, और हमें और भी खुशी हुई कि डॉक्टर अंद्राबी को बहुत अच्छा लगा. It felt like उनकी जो कोशिश थी वो बहुत काम आई. और उसके बाद हमारे बैच के सारे लड़के कुछ IISc बैंगलोर गए, कुछ JNCSR, and then our juniors did even better and it kept getting better and better. उसके बाद चॉइस रहती थी कि कहाँ जाएं, किधर जाएं, अच्छे इंस्टीट्यूट में, अच्छे पेपर्स, JRF वगैरह, तो it became like
बन गई थी ना वहाँ पे कि मतलब प्रेसिडेंट ऑलरेडी सेट हो गई थी.
Exactly. It became like a norm. It became easy for people to. This is what happens. I mean, जब हमने नेट के लिए हम लोग बैठे थे एग्जाम में, तो हमें उसी वक्त लगा था कि पता नहीं क्यों लोग बोल रहे थे कि ये डिफिकल्ट है. It's not. We were either not trying, or we were too afraid. You know, it was simple. You know, if you do your masters well and have some basic knowledge about science, biology, you can do it. You know, it's not something difficult. And then we have scores of people in Kashmir University, a lot of Kashmiris who have done it. और उसके बाद लोग बाहर निकलते गए. अब कश्मीर यूनिवर्सिटी मुझे लगता है हजारों तो नहीं तो सैकड़ों लड़के बाहर में, खासकर उन दो तीन डिपार्टमेंट्स. So that is, yeah, in fact it's gonna get even inshallah better. So JNU में आने के बाद I finished my PhD from JNU. JNU is a great university in terms of academics. It has incredible academic environment. लेकिन रिसर्च जहाँ तक इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वगैरह उतना अच्छा था नहीं. बट उस जमाने में हमें यही बोलते थे कि जस्ट फिनिश योर PhD इज गुड. तो JNU का ये भी था कि यू वुड get to know a lot of people. International exposure काफ़ी ज़्यादा था. Once I finished my PhD, I went to postdoc, which is not a big deal. Once you get a bit of exposure, getting a postdoc becomes easy. पहला postdoc मैंने University of Arkansas for Medical Science में किया, 2-2.5 साल I believe. और उसके बाद मैं न्यूयॉर्क चला गया, वहाँ पर Cornell Medical University में. वहाँ पर I was actually for more than 6 years, maybe 6.5. As a research associate, field instructor. And then finally I decided actually I should leave America. I came to Saudi Arabia. Now I am doing a bit of my own research. So that's basically my story.
नहीं तो बहुत इंस्पायरिंग है. अच्छा सिमर भाई, आप ये बताएं कि मतलब जब आप ने यहाँ पे एज अ फैकल्टी के, हम जस्ट थोड़ा सा ब्रीफ लेना चाहेंगे आपके रिसर्च के बारे में. उसके बाद हम कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स डिस्कस करेंगे PhD लैब को लेके या बाकी चीज को लेके. कि थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए कि आप किस बारे में रिसर्च करते हैं और किस तरह का काम होता है आपके लैब में.
So my research focus is diabetes, obesity, insulin resistance, like these metabolic disorders that are rampant in this age. There are lots of people who are overweight, obese, and it has led to an epidemic of sorts. Lots of people have type 2 diabetes now. It's a chronic disease. It stays with you for the rest of the life. And it also causes other problems, heart diseases, stroke, certain type of cancers, so many problems. Now, what we are right now working on is a family of proteins called G protein coupled receptors. GPCRs, as they are called, is the largest family of surface proteins. They are receptors. They signal through G protein. And there are at least 350 members of this family, which are called non-visual GPCRs. They have a physical ligand. They are expressed everywhere in the body and technically regulate everything from food intake to energy expenditure to insulin release to glucose biogenesis. Name any process, they are involved. And they're also favorite drug targets because they are expressed at the surface. They have an N terminus which is exposed outside the cell. They can be easily targeted. If you look at the drugs right now in the market, more than 35% of them target GPCRs. Our blood pressure drugs, the painkillers, insulin secretagogues, and several others actually target G protein coupled receptors. Now, out of these 350, intense research has been done on around 50. There are still a number of these receptors.
There's a lot of scope still left.
Lots of scope. and particularly there are around 100 to 150 receptors called orphan receptors. So they are receptors we know from structural morphology, homology, that they are GPCRs, but we don't know what the ligand is, nor do we understand their functions. So my research is focused on profiling these GPCRs. We do GPCR omics, we do RNA-seq technology, high throughput RT-PCRs to characterize these receptors. The ultimate goal is to understand their function and unravel their ligands, de-orphanize them, and potentially look for some new efficient molecules to target. And we work on two systems. One is adipose biology, like adipocytes, and pancreatic beta cells. So that's my long-term research goal. We have recently started working on the new epidemic, the pandemic that we have right now, the COVID. So COVID affects a section of people, and particularly people who are overweight. So we are trying to understand why. Why do people who are overweight or obese get a severe form of disease when they are infected? So we are trying to address the role of adipocytes in that. So that's what basically we do.
दोस्तों, आप सुन रहे हैं डॉक्टर समीर मोहम्मद को, जिनके साथ हमारी गुफ्तगू जारी रहेगी पार्ट 2 में। इसका पार्ट 2 देखना ना भूलेगा। बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन है, खासकर पीएचडी और पोस्ट डॉक स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, कि किस तरह से पीएचडी करना चाहिए, किस तरह से पोस्ट डॉक सिक्योर करना चाहिए, और क्या क्या ज़रूरी चीज़ें एक पीएचडी के वक्त एक कैंडिडेट को ध्यान में रखना चाहिए। और इस बारे में हम विस्तार से बात करेंगे हमारे पार्ट 2 में। तब तक के लिए सब लोग अपना बहुत सारा ख्याल रखेगा। अल्लाह हाफिज़।